After some sessions, what is the kind of feedbacks you have from them?
They just feel this it's like this relief, but like an ease to it. Like they're just ready to go. Like it's normally quick. Like I only see them maybe one, two, maybe three times. And then after that, I don't hear from them again. It's like they've gotten everything that they needed and now they're doing their thing, which is really cool.
And now, the second part of our conversation here, I'd like to ask you about what work have you been developing, because there are so many possibilities with Want to Touch. I was
Mhm.
talking to you before this talk that some people work with pets and some people work with emotional aspects or their physical and emotional aspects. And I know people work with horses, a lot of different things. You have just given example, practical example with your kids in a situation that is really necessary, because you're choosing a house to buy. So you need to be focused, but you need to pay attention to the kids, and your husband is there. You need to exchange. So what if he asks you, what about this house? Oh, I didn't pay attention. No, you need to be there and here with the kids. So it
Mhm.
is too much, but it was under control. Now I'd like to know the profile of clients that look for you, and how is that?
Yeah, so recently, most of my clients have been women who are starting up a business, or starting up a career, and that they're noticing they're just not getting what they want, right? And we're running the energy, and what seems to be coming up as a common theme is if we're kind of running energy to pass through those self-limiting beliefs, those energetic blocks. It's like trapped emotions that are just holding you back or holding you stuck. And I find the energy is working really well to bring awareness to those areas so that the women can just be like, oh, and then they can just let it go, which is really good. So it's really working with like confidence and self-esteem and helping them get clear on the vision that they want going into their career and their business.
Okay,
That tends to be what I have now.
so there are young entrepreneurs, women
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
work with their fears.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that? They come to you and they tell you about their fears. They're scared and they don't feel safe. And
Well,
then
that's the thing. It's like they don't recognize that, right? They'll come to me and they say, I want to start a business, but I just not getting there. And that kind of is as far as they are. And then it's like, as I run the energy, I just kind of notice some of the stuff coming up. And I just say, does this resonate with you? And they're like, well, yes, actually, yes. So it's like the energy is almost kind of allowing it to dig deeper because most times they're not aware of that when they start the sessions.
after some sessions, what is the kind of feedbacks you have from them?
They just feel this it's like this relief, but like an ease to it. Like they're just ready to go. Like it's normally quick. Like I only see them maybe one, two, maybe three times. And then after that, I don't hear from them again. It's like they've gotten everything that they needed and now they're doing their thing, which is really cool.
Yes, and it is very interesting because you said you had intention of working with moms
Mm-hmm.
with pregnancy, and now we are working with women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
whenever these women have their babies, they can
Mm-hmm.
you can help them,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Cause I mean, it was pregnancy and young motherhood and all of that that got me into quantum touch. So I just wanted to give back. And that was where I really noticed the energy and came awake to the energy. So I wanted to share that with others. But yeah, I thought it was interesting how now it's younger entrepreneurial type women who are
Yes.
seeking out.
The thing is that in this world there are a lot of challenges and this uncertainty. We have the illusion in the life that we have our projects, we know what we want. Not everyone, unfortunately, a lot of people don't have any idea of what they want in life, in general. But when you know the direction you are going, our plans, our life with our family, you have the illusion that everything is stable, but actually it is not that stable. And you had the proof in these last 2 years. And suddenly everything turned upside down, right? People are scared, people are unsafe, and a lot of people are without jobs and all of this. But the thing is that with Conto Touch, regardless of the problem you are facing, because everyone has different challenges in life, there is a different way to face them, right? It is because as people, when they are very experienced with Conto Touch, the ones who are for years working with that, they say this is like a second nature. This is something that Richard Gordon says. And what I like the most is that whatever I'm doing, whatever are my plans, whatever challenge I'm facing, I have this tool. It is really a tool. I like when you say that. That's the expression I use for to support me. So how is that for you in your life?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I use it as a tool. So it's when I notice, like when I notice pains coming on, right? Or if I notice a cold coming on, or if I notice frustration, or like if I'm stuck in traffic, then I just run energy that I just have like a smooth way to get home. Or mostly it's with my kids, because I think my kids feed off my energy. So when I run the energy and I can calm myself down, and then it kind of can calm the household down, which is great. And I think that was the biggest reason I wanted to become an instructor, because I think it's really valuable to get a session from a practitioner, because we're communal people, like we need the help of each other. But it's more important, I feel like, to learn this tool as like a self-regulation tool, because then you could use it in all parts of your life. And I think about my clients that are the young entrepreneurial type women. I'm like, if they learn how to run the energy into their own business, they can do that. That can just be like a daily practice for them. Or they can then use that energy in their business to kind of like amplify their mission of their business. Yeah. And I think it just has this ripple effect, because if we all just start learning it and energizing our endeavors with this energy, like that would just be amazing.
Yeah. And Thea, our friends who work for years with Conto Touch, they say that it is when they started being practitioners, the life became a blast. That's what people say. Like Aileen, she was the first person who told me that. And then I read in Richard Gordon's book, and all the other people, they mentioned that. But recently, I heard something very nice. There is this. When we start to be working as a practitioner, the life becomes a blast. But when you start being an instructor, you see what happens. So now you're an instructor, right? So you can teach all of this to people. It is very exciting. Something I came across recently is this expression out of the box use of Conto Touch. And this is something like you think about physical healing, something that's going on with the health, and emotionally it is with emotion work. With emotion is very common use, but there are other uses like in business meetings to help people calm down. They don't need to know that. So what is the out of box use you think you tried already?
Well, like you said there, so when I was working as an ultrasound technician, I would have, and I worked in OB-GYN and infertility. So you can imagine how anxious my patients could be, depending why they were there for that appointment. So I would feel the energy of them as they come in the room, and I would just run the energy, because you can just do that. It's like sending out a prayer. So you run the energy, and I would just notice like just the calm that would come into the room. And I wouldn't have, I guess it would be easier for the patient. I would be able to find the words to say to help calm the patient. I found that was the biggest thing. I always had the intention of like creating calm and create a relationship with them, right? That's going to be beneficial. And that always worked out. That worked out really well, which was really cool. The other one, sometimes if I'm shopping, if I'm in a busy place like Costco, I notice I do the toning. I'll just start humming. It's like I'm running the energy and just humming as I'm going through, because there's just so many people, right? You're just picking up so much energy. So I do that to regulate myself. And I always have the intention that like it radiates out, right? And the people around me are going to feel that and feel at ease. And those are the two that come to mind. When I'm gardening, I'll run energy into the soil, into the plants. Yeah.
Yes, and you mentioned Costco, for example, for a lot of people. There are some people very sensitive, and they are getting all of this energy, they stress from other people, and they say something. It is like they feel it hurts, not when they say something to them, but it is when there are people around. All of this tension. Some people feel that. So with Quantum Touch, we can be protected with this because we amplify the energy. This is something I like to say over and over again, because as you are amplifying the energy, you don't get the negativeness. Okay, so we're going to put all the contact information on the description of the video for future workshops. You have a website, right? You have your website, and there in the website, all the filtered workshops will be there. What are your plans? That are we going to do? You plan to teach level 2 in the future?
I don't know. I haven't really thought that far. I guess I'm trying to get this move figured out. So I still feel like I'm kind of new to it. So I want to do my teaching and get more experience. But I think that's the direction I want to head. But yeah, maybe down the road I will do level 2. Honestly, I haven't even thought about that. I was just so excited to do level 1.
Yes. And what about Manifest Miracles? Did you go through this class?
I haven't done it yet, but I did my instructor training through Miriam, and she's one of the instructors for Manifesting Miracles. So I feel like I just got that energy from her. And because we do talk a little bit about that in level 1. We talk about the allowing and matching that. So when she covered that, when we were doing the instruction process, I really understood it. And I even said to her, I was like, I don't remember touching on this ever before in a level 1 class. And she assured me I did. I just probably wasn't at the level to absorb it or understand it. So it was really cool to go through it with her. So it was like she taught me that again, and it's like it clicked.
It is very nice. All right. Thank you so much for your time and for your experience. And we're looking forward to have other conversation like this one about the stories you have as an instructor. And I'm sure you will have a lot of nice stories to share with us in the future.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Thank you, Thea.